Hello.
He's got two. Oh, hello.
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 Greetings and salutations. Good morrow. And welcome to the next episode of Sagas and Solace, the Whispering King.
Sorry we're late, everybody. I was just super pissed. I'm still mad that Constantine lied about the Battle of the Milvian Bridge in fucking 312 AD.
Same,
Let
but
me get some more wine. I'll be right back.
that was a pretty depressing thing that happened.
Anyway, so the reason that we're late is it seems that our dear Chrome is missing and we don't know why. So we decided to go on without him. But yeah, we were giving him some time to show up. So we're going to go ahead and pick up where we left off. Who would like to give me the recap?
Yeah, I guess I could do a quick one.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, nothing that was intended to happen happened. So, if I remember correctly, we started off right at the beginning of our time in the bar, after talking to Korka. We set up a deal with the gent to basically be our guide. But more importantly, we went to the blacksmith of the, dexterous kind, where Luke was able to pick up a few spells, some arrows for myself. Then we went to a proper blacksmith over at our good dwarven friend. He hooked us up with some plate mail for Chrome. Which case, well, let's just say he's going to owe us quite a bit. After which, we were preparing to, let's say, train, get ourselves ready for our continued journeys. Everyone was very excited to prepare for our future journeys. And, well, our good friend Telry here had some other plans of casting in the middle of every single person in the bar to help Shap with his minor headache from drinking too much. Thankfully, everybody saw it and seemed to report it. In which case, we had a nice conversation in the meeting room. You know, really got some things off of our back, spoke about how, you know, we need to make sure that people aren't doing anything reckless and looking forward and making sure that they're planning every move that they're doing. Telry?
What?
No,
Sorry,
just make it.
wasn't listening.
Just making sure you paid attention. You know. At which case, our friends here, who are a bit more magically inclined, and Chrome decided to run away when the church surprisingly showed up. At which point, me and Marlowe, being the two of us who would probably have the best relationship with the church, were able to convince them that we were not associated with them temporarily. At which point we were then able to run back to our place, pick everyone up, and now we are running for our lives at the swamp. And that's about it.
Who are you talking to?
He was giving the recap.
Yeah, it's just like we're here on our boat.
Oh my God.
Just, like talking to the trees.
Do not do that. Anyway, well said. The party is currently getting the hell out of there. So, where is it that you want to go exactly?
Dude.
Well, I know our final destination is the Barrow King. So, if our guide knows the quickest direction there, that would probably be our go-to.
Yeah. He could take you there, but is that where the party is going?
Yeah.
It's directly there?
Yeah, Marlowe would be down to go just around and up. But at the same time, it's like, may as well go through.
But he's got the Barrow King has the saga that we're after, so we kind of that's the goal.
No,
Still.
we have the saga he's after. And we're walking right towards him.
Oh,
I mean, you know
that's
he's
right.
connected to it. Do you know he's actually after it, or is he just like?
Well,
connected?
in our discussion earlier, we did kind of come to an agreement that it would be unwise to take something like that right to him.
He doesn't want this shit open, that's for sure.
For one reason or another. Did you have somebody else in mind to talk about it with?
Have we talked to Korka about this?
Hey, Korka. Have we talked to you about anything about sagas and stuff?
No?
That's what I thought. There you go.
Hey, Korka, do you know what this... don't say it, but I'm going to show you a piece of paper. Do you know what this means?
What do you show him exactly?
Yeah, Callan and Callus Aldafife. A paper that I showed to Melinda.
They're kind of lean in. Oh, hold on a second there, fella. And he'll reach into his overalls and he'll pull out a fancy looking monocle. Put it over his eye so he can get a closer look at it. Make me a perception check. Everyone.
Oh. Doesn't sound good.
Why, every time, bro. Every time I roll so terrible.
Reroll that, dude.
I can't.
No.
It's not a nat one.
Oh.
My friend, that is a 2.
It is an unfortunate, unwise one.
So 13.
Alright. What you notice is that the monocle that he's wearing has no lens in it. And he will lean in and start to read over the paper that you're showing him. To be clear, you're showing him the one from the Seventh Temple, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. The one that says Callan o Colossus on Aldafife?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Well, as he starts to look over it, you will notice that his eyebrow does a little bit of wriggling. And then he'll say, well, I'll tell you right there, champ. Don't know what that says exactly, although I do recognize the script. That's an old Corvin. Specifically, that's in the Barrow script.
So, Barrow is in the Barrow King?
Well, yeah.
His dialect, effectively.
Yeah.
Would... This might be a stretch, but would any of the undead up there speak and be able to translate this?
Undead? Oh, you mean like the Risen?
Is that different?
Yeah, those are very different. Undead are what they got up there in the Razor Cliffs. You know, what with the my mouth.
Right,
my
right.
teeth,
We're
you know.
familiar
Just
with
kind of
those.
rolls her eyes.
Yeah, the Risen here are completely different. They're more of a gentleman's undead.
A gentleman's undead.
Melinda mentioned that the hags might know this language.
Oh, they probably will. Many of them are old enough to remember it.
Do you still, talk to that one lady you were fancying?
You mean like recently?
Yeah.
No.
Something happened. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it, I understand.
He'll keep throwing side glances at Abigail.
Huh.
I've been there, man.
Anyway, so, yeah, you're gonna have to find somebody that can read, well, Barrow script. You know, actually, now that I'm thinking on it, I think Abigail knows somebody. He'll tap Abigail, who will slow down and look up and over. Hey there, Abigail! You know anybody that know that there Barrow script? I know you told me that one time. Anybody know that running nearby, eh? Okay. Yeah. She said that the one that know that the Barrow script that might help us out, he a hermit that live in the swamps. Real deep.
You know where he's at?
Real deep, Jack. Right up in. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we could go by real quick, see if he's there.
Yeah, let's go pay him a visit, if you don't mind.
All right, it's a few days out the way.
That's all right. Might make things easier if we know what we're dealing with.
Whatever you
my
want,
old
Jack.
trail.
Straight up, child. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Telry,
Is there a difference between a hag and a hermit?
Well, one is a flesh-eating monster that takes men's souls and, things like that. And the other one's ugly. He'll laugh at his own joke.
Well, that is a problem. You can just let those guys stick around?
I mean, what am I gonna do?
No, I mean,
their
I
lands.
imagine you got some rangers around to
Who?
handle them, right?
How many? Like, what? No!
Do you know where we are?
Not really. I don't live here.
This is their lands. This is what the place is like, apparently.
Oh.
Here, Telry, smoke this and drink this.
Wait.
That's 65 gold as well.
What?
If you hadn't remembered, you are a fucking beacon right now.
Yeah, I'm glowing a little. What is this?
A little. This is Ramunda, so you smoke this, and that'll bring you down a bit, and then you drink this purging potion.
I mean, I'll take a purging potion, but drugs, really?
What, you got a problem with drugs, but he'll hold his tongue looking at Korka.
Well, here's the thing, right? If I take a purging potion, that'll bring me down almost to as low as I can be.
How as low as you can be?
As low as I can be is 4.
Yeah, the Ramunda should do the other one. You'll be fine.
Why?
I can dose you if you want,
Why would I go that far? I mean,
Because frankly, your actions jeopardized this excursion, and I have now just elected myself to be the fucking whole board of directors of the Department of Public Health and Safety, and I'm telling you to do this shit right now.
Oh, finally, it's
And
not
you can
What's the
disagree with me and
department
say
mean?
no, but it's like a rectangle that you put in another rectangle.
Oh, I get it.
No,
It's
they're
like
good.
one of them those new spangled like organizational fields where they put like shapes and other shapes, and the shapes is supposed to admit like role preference.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that sounds like a bunch of googly glock to me. It's really quite simple. You're good at something.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're good at something, and then you get to be the boss of that something. Then you tell other people how to do it. It's not hard.
well,
Yeah, and I've gotten really good at not being a dumbass on this journey.
I know I made a bit of a mess of things back there, so if you think it will help, like this stuff's not addicting, is it?
I
No.
mean, I can help you out. Make sure you take the appropriate amount for your body size, you'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe you can smoke a little extra, and he could tell a better story next time.
There's no amount of smoking that's gonna help that.
What? Pretty good story. I'm. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we do have a doctor on hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it'll help,
Alright. Kroll will roll you up a blunt.
I'm gonna smoke the devil's lettuce.
Should I roll medicine to make sure I could like dose him properly or something?
Do you have
Man.
medicine
Some
trained?
Yes, I do.
Then you may roll it.
It's just right in front of the blunt master. It's like, wow.
Do I? Is this an
Alright.
advanced roll or normal roll?
Advanced.
Like advantage roll? Advanced, alright, normal roll. Hey.
The appropriate
Marlowe.
amount is enough.
That's fine. Whatever.
All right, so I'm holding this thing.
You'll survive.
It's a little bulky, but it'll get the job done.
I'm holding it. So, instructions. Somebody?
All right, put it in your mouth. Don't suck on it. Just put it in your lips, and you light the other end.
Yep.
And then,
All right.
yeah, you inhale, but not like it's a straw. Like you're breathing. You're not sucking.
Right. So not like a straw. So like hold it in my mouth. How does?
Wait, seal it.
Yeah, or
with
your
lips,
hand.
I don't
but
want to die.
Here,
I've
sit down.
never
I'll hold
done
it.
this before. I don't know what I'm doing.
It literally can't kill you.
What
Yeah,
if like? If you say so.
I'm a
Now,
doctor.
there you go. I smoked the devil's lettuce. I mean Ramunda.
All right.
All right, if he starts geeking out, tie him down or something.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
All right, as you smoke weed every day,
Every day.
as you take a big drag, you feel lighter, Telry. You feel your burdens kind of shift away. You feel pretty chill. Yeah. Pretty chill.
This ain't that bad.
All right,
Probably
well.
bad.
Oh, now that he's chilled out, what are we doing? Where we going?
Guess you got that hermit we're heading up to?
Yeah, we'll pay him a visit.
All right, Abigail, take us to see your old boy. The gator will slowly drift to the right as you guys power through the swamp.
Yo, Knarh, do you want some drugs?
It's not gonna help me out any.
Oh, are you at your minimum?
Yeah. My minimum's gotten worse, I will admit.
I noticed.
She's kind of shiny around the edges. Yeah.
You're glowing.
Yeah.
Not in like a complimentary way, like more like a literal.
Are you pregnant?
Bro, you don't have to hide your attraction. Don't worry about it, man. Just
I mean,
say what you feel. Puff,
I'm
puff,
I'm not trying to say like she's ugly or nothing, but
Freezing an eyebrow.
hiding your feelings, man.
So this is how Telry felt when he said that.
You're
I mean,
hiding
if
your feelings.
if you were saying she was ugly, like,
It's not good to bury him. You just gotta let him out. It's gotta.
Well,
tell him how you feel.
I prefer a woman who has a bit more confidence in herself.
Marlowe adjusts his jacket and
That's some.
combs his hair over.
Okay.
Hey,
As
look at
the,
it.
as the
He's
next.
alive. Hi, Crow.
My bad.
So, Bobby, we're just derailing the campaign, doing drugs on a boat.
I'm smoking weed. I mean, Ramunda.
Oh, hey, you made it in time, buddy.
Yeah, sure.
Just in time.
Don't worry, we've not done anything important.
Oh, good. Continue.
Glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Alrighty. So, those rolls were for the next day. Thankfully, you guys aren't getting lost because you have a guide. Unfortunately,
That was a
despite,
lot of tear breaks.
despite your best efforts, you are still glowing like crazy. Mostly because Knarh is,
Very glowy.
yeah. Not
Yeah.
good. Okay, so here's what's going on. The church is definitely looking for you. Thankfully, none of them are swamp masters. So you're able to avoid the first encounter, but the second one, not so much, because the second encounter has to deal with an event within the swamp. So, eventually, you happen upon the main path. One of the main paths that your dear guide is hoping to use to reach your destination, to reach the destination of this hermit, whoever he is, in about 2 days or so. However, the main path is blocked, what appears to be, by a fog of gas. Your guide will explain to you that this happens sometimes. That the bad air from underneath kind of comes up and just kind of scorches out and it lingers around. It's real bad. It makes you sick. Rot your flesh right off your bones. It's real bad. So, I mean, we could take a detour, try to go around.
Well, I think you're the only one among us who've seen this kind of thing before. Is it something go around? Have you gone around one before? Is it go roundable?
Oh, yeah, you can go around it. Yeah, they don't stretch out forever or anything. Might
Okay.
take us a few days, though.
How many days has it been?
It's been 2 days.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, it's fucking kind of hung over this whole time. Yeah, I guess we go around it. What do you guys think?
We've got some rations, but maybe it's enough to get where we need to go. in zigzags?
Well, if need be, I can always get some more rations, and now that I'm better at tracking specific targets, if we need rations, I can specifically try to find some larger beasts.
All right.
So, hopefully rations should be a issue in the future.
Going around sounds like the plan then.
Yeah.
right.
Sagas is what we're after.
We've got a good ranger. We can take a couple extra days.
Here we go. One too many times that. Okay. So on the second day of your detour, the party makes camp in the boat for the night. And whilst you're camped out, it is here that you hear something strange. Do, 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 do.
Do you guys ever think that like all of Corvallis was built by like ancient people from the stars?
As
What? We can remember that too.
ancient astronaut theorists believe.
Yeah.
You
Does
guys
that
still
really
believe
keep
in
you up at night?
space?
Do you say, do I believe in space?
The moon's not real.
You listen to what they've been telling you, boy? You ever been to space?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Yes, actually.
Do you rap at all?
Oh my god.
Do you scythe?
Oh my god, dude. Stop. Jeez.
Marlowe is dead serious.
No.
Hey, Korka.
Yeah,
Do you rap battle?
I've done a bit of ciphering in my day.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I like to hit them straight with the Riz, drop them right in a quick clacking style.
Do you want a rap battle?
Maybe when we got some time, we can chop it up.
Hell yeah, okay. One of these clear nights. Should
But you
go
gotta
back
be
and
careful
forth.
though. I'm a driller.
Oh, right back at you.
I'll sidle up to Chrome. Chrome, do you know what they're talking about? I don't know what half of these words even mean.
No, I'm kind of lost from the
Okay.
get-go.
I think it's a bard thing.
You'll understand when you get older.
Yeah, when I'm a bard. Yes. Must be some old
right.
talk.
After the 2 days have passed, you happen upon a strange situation. Whilst camping out on the boat and watches are being made, the party is awoken by a very sort of strange feeling. In the distance, you hear a soft singing, barely perceptible. As
Someone
this
else noticed
happens,
that? Oh.
as this happens, you will see that your guide will sit up and will look very frightened. He'll hold up a finger to his lips. Shh. What do you guys do?
Marlowe
So
will
we're
remain
not speaking.
dead silent.
Mm-hmm.
Knarh will listen.
Dead silent, but
Pull out my
Get my-
crossbow.
get my spear out. Yeah.
I will do a
sit there and
perceive.
look at his corners of his eyes.
Motion to Korka and hold my hands up like bear claws. Kind of give a glance.
I'm trying to see if it smells different.
Well, what you see is Korka is trying to just hide himself and his gator looking very frightened, hoping that the rest of you will follow suit.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Marlowe will follow suit.
Pull out our blankets, cloaks, start throwing it over people, and then laying down in the boat.
Stealth rolls.
Being very small.
We'll pick up the idea and set off.
Is now a good time to do the rap battle?
No.
We all rolling stealth. Okay. Grabs a blanket, puts it over. Knarh's just got a blanket over her head. Like, music. Apparently.
Hold on a second.
Stealthing and waiting to be told otherwise.
Whenever you sit down to pee, aren't you guys afraid of like a snake coming out of the toilet and biting your butt?
Every time.
Actually, it's the Blob, because I don't know if you ever watched the 80s movie, bro. That thing actually scarred me as a child.
The Blob.
Mhm.
Classic.
I was like 7 years old when I saw that, and I just saw a dude get wrapped around a telephone booth, and he looked absolutely horrifying.
I'm
I was
sorry,
not supposed to
what?
watch that as a 7-year-old. Oh, the old 80s Blob movie. You know the Blob? Dude gets sucked into the sink.
Oh, wow. No, I haven't seen that. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I was 7 years old and not supposed to be watching that. I could not go to the bathroom for a week.
That's unhealthy.
I just peed outside.
First time seeing a man get sucked into a sink.
What?
First time?
That's the first time I've ever seen a man get sucked into a sink.
But not the last.
What the fuck is going on? Sorry, my computer's acting weird.
Oh no.
Being a bit slow, or is maybe the server or something?
It's just shit's acting up. Like it's weird. Sorry about that. I'm trying to fix it. Hold on.
Gotcha. I don't know, any more traumatizing children's stories?
Tragmatusen.
Traumatizing children's stories? What do you mean?
I usually have a ton of them, but it's just nothing come to my mind at the moment.
It looks like I finally suppressed them, you know?
Just looking at my inventory.
Oh,
Remharaz chitin. Just nibble on that. Shake violently.
Remharaz chitin.
Oh, that'll be useful on a pickle.
Oh yeah, I forgot you took some of that.
2 masterwork daggers.
2, count them. 2 masterwork daggers.
Smut, parentheses, squirming chair, parentheses, gross.
Smut. Oh man.
Oh yeah,
Did you
you
really
got.
steal smut from that man's house?
Yeah, of course.
Comment, gross. That's funny, dude. What the fuck? All right. I'm just gonna give this time to catch up. We'll have to use Theater of the Mind. When you get to this point, eventually everybody hunkers down, following Korka's lead, and everyone needs to make me a perception check.
All right. Oh, thank God.
You do perception.
Finally, perception actually comes in handy.
Nope. Ooh, pretty music. Wonder where it's coming from.
All right, you hear what sounds to be like a woman's voice softly singing in the middle of the swamp. As you kind of look up over the edge of the boat, in the darkness, you can see several blinking, twisting lights walking through the swamp. And there, silhouetted in the shadows against these wisps, you see what appears to be a woman walking in a long white dress. At her sides, her arms are unnaturally long, and her hands ending in long, tendril fingers, ending in blades that drift right on the edge of the water. Her skin, that which is visible, seems to be broken up by a skeletal membrane underneath. She doesn't so much as walk as drift through the swamp, seemingly undeterred by the trees and the depth, leaving almost no trail in her wake. The blinking lights surrounding her appear to be will-o-wisps. And eventually, the danger slowly begins to pass as the mysterious creature fades beyond the swamp.
Corco, what the fuck was that?
Corco will slowly raise up and look over, still quite shaking. He will then look back up to you, and then he will say, "That right there. Whew. I'm not really sure, but I think that's the siren."
Alright.
The folklore
siren?
about people in the ocean on ships being dragged off to sea?
No. Not some water siren. No. This here's a swamp siren, or the swamp siren. No one really knows who she is. Some thinks that she's a hag, like their leader, but I don't think so. There's been too many times that hag spawn have been killed by her for me to believe that. No one really knows what she is, but we give her a wide berth whenever we see her. I've seen men go mad that even try to look at her, nonetheless try to attack her. And now that we've seen her, there's no doubt we're going to be going through a forest of heads soon enough.
Did you say a forest of heads?
You'll see soon enough. Come on. We don't want to linger here any longer.
Anything we should know, being outsiders here, when we walk through this forest? Don't want to stir the wrong pot, so to speak.
I just keep a long gap between you and her.
Got it.
Remind me to check our surroundings before we set up camp. Hey, why is it every time we go traveling we run into some horrible abomination?
Unlucky, I guess. Unlucky.
Alrighty. So the next morning, true to Korka's prediction, you travel through a section of the swamp that gives you a deep and foreboding sense. You, as the sun rises and the morning light kisses the trees and the water, what you see from the branches of the willows are hundreds of corpses hanging by their neck with vines wrapped through them.
Is her home, or is... How could there be so many dead here?
Ooh.
Only moderately unsettling.
Oh, what do they look like, the dead?
Arcana check.
Hey, Knarh, you...
Yeah, I'm on it.
Thank you.
Train normal.
Say again?
Trained or normal?
Normal.
Okay. Nice. So I have.
Well, as you kind of take a look around, this is definitely either the result of a ritual or the use of one. Although, if you were a gambling orc, you'd say that this was the result of such magical power. It's unclear as to whether or not the corpses serve any purpose other than as a warning. A warning at what awaits them should they interfere with whatever it is that the siren is doing.
Are we gonna have to pass back through this place on our way out? Or you know a way around all this when we're done here, there, Korka?
I plan on getting us out of here.
Okay, please.
Lead on. Kind of rub my neck a second as we're passing.
Alright, in that case, Korka Forka will turn the ship through the strange trees and leave behind the hanging corpses. A few hours seem to pass, and then all seems well.
Well, to take back my comments earlier about not having enough rangers, a bit more understandable.
You know, I kind of miss the endless white, you know?
Well, I mean, there was the giant fire-spitting centipede and the entire army of undead.
Yeah, but we only ran into something weird and terrifying every so often. In this place, it feels like every day. I'm starting to get antsy about touching a tree, you know?
I mean, you could avoid the giant poison clouds. You can't really avoid the blizzards.
Yeah, but you know, you can camp and batter down in a blizzard. What if a poison cloud just kind of like blew over us? Then we'd all be dead, right?
Ice flows are plenty dangerous.
There's not a lot of wind in here, so I guess that's probably less likely.
Just imagine these guys just ornaments, Telry. Couldn't be afraid of ornaments, right?
I mean, they're clearly people, but you got a pretty strong imagination, Chrome, if you're able to do that.
I mean, they're technically ornamental, because they're ornamenting something.
Man.
Am I
All right.
wrong?
No, I mean,
It's technically true, yeah.
it's a little dark, but yeah.
So about this hermit, are we just gonna have to avoid him now?
Well, I
Corvo-
thought he was the goal.
Korka was shaking his head. No, we just gotta be careful.
All right,
Alright.
trust you.
And so the party continues on its way, leaving a full day behind between burning a full day to get themselves as way far away as possible from that mysterious creature. And then, at this point, you will see that Korka starts to take a look around and nod to himself, and he'll start conversing with Abigail, getting the coordinates of where he believes the hermit can be found.
Well, you know, now that we are well on our way to the Barrow King, or going around him, I still do need to call on my angel and let him know what my plan is. I know I have a feeling that this is not the right place to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just confirming. You know, I'd hate to be like late or something.
Wait.
I will. I agree.
I'd hate to give a shit.
Yeah. Well, I agree. This is probably not the right time. And just confirming.
Are you confirming or just saying out loud? Because you can ask us if you'd like our opinion.
Yeah, I was asking for an opinion. Sorry, did I not phrase that as a question? Probably didn't.
I don't think you did.
I'm
I'm
having a thought.
like half paying attention. I might be off,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was having a thought.
Do you want our counsel on this?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that here.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. So I agree. That's where my mind was at, but I had to know.
All right, now you know.
I just don't want to be like getting there and then doing it wrong.
Perhaps when we're not, still trying to traverse a dangerous swamp. Perhaps when we hit land, get some time to camp. Starts whispering, aren't right next to a guide who has no context on any of this.
You say you are afraid of doing it wrong. Do you have any, I don't know,
I guess
context for how to do it right?
No, but I'm just thinking about, my dad, telling me to do a chore, and if he told me to ask him for instructions before I go and do it, and I went and did it, I might have to do it twice, because I didn't come for instruction before I did. What if I do it wrong, and then talk to him, and then find out that I did it wrong, and now I've got to do it again?
I think
Didn't he ask you to do the chore instead of ask him how to ask to do a chore?
Well, he did ask me to tell him which chore I was going to do, and then we got distracted.
That's a word for it.
I'm really hoping that you, out of all of us, would know best how to develop your personal relationship with your god, and how that takes form and what that kind of communication looks like.
I guess maybe I need to do more of that then. But probably not here, and probably not now. I'll find a time.
All right.
Well, Marlowe, I keep coming to you for this kind of thing. How often do you pray?
Pray? Very, very rarely. Probably count all the times in my life on both hands.
Wow, that infrequently, and you're like centuries old. Interesting. Okay.
Perhaps there's something you're missing here. Despite having a lot of reverence for Alakanhai, I'm not a follower of his.
No, I understand.
And I especially none of us, the rest of us here are.
I know. You're out of all of us, you're the only other who has experience with a god that talks to you, so naturally you might understand why you would be the one that I'd ask about this kind of thing. If you don't want me to, you can tell me so.
I've come to find that people who have faith don't ask questions like that. They understand, and then they do. Depending on your belief in that force. the degree of what belief you have, I guess, could lead you one way or the other, but this is a you thing. And I appreciate you perhaps having consideration of that being a problem for the rest of us, but this isn't a problem we're going to solve for you. I guess I don't mean to speak on behalf of everyone.
I'm not looking for you to solve it for me. I like perspective and asking questions and having a need to understand how things work is always been the way I've been. This is just, there's more out there that should make sense, you know? If I'm missing a part of the puzzle, then I need to find that piece so I can complete the picture.
Perhaps think about it in my eyes. If you've got an action you want to do, think about the consequences should it go wrong. And weigh it, if the chances of it going wrong versus what you gain for it going correctly.
Yeah.
And I think we can both agree that goes wrong, all things considered. Things could go really wrong, right?
I agree. I'm trying to think about it that way, but it's different from, choosing a spice for a meal and talking to somebody who could make your entire world just not exist with a thought.
Well, he said it's okay if you keep doing what we're doing, so just keep doing what we're doing.
That's fair.
Your god also knows full well not only what you're thinking, but what you're doing. I think this is a matter of you picking a position. That is a you thing to do.
So
I
are we
think you need
going...
to summon your angel.
Are we going around the Barrow King, or are we going right to him then? Have we decided officially?
No, I mean, we're going to the Hermit right now, so we're delaying.
First things first.
We're delaying. Okay.
It's on the way, but it's a roundabout.
Yep. We'll get information as we go.
All right, so the party would like to continue then.
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Eventually, you come to a place in the swamp. And you get a strange sense as you approach it. There is a deep veneer to the area. You can see that the natural forces of the trees and swamp water have been pressed back by a large section of land in which a homely home has been built, made out of a series of caravan wagons etched together like some sort of Frankenstein's monster to make a livable home. And Abigail will waddle onto shore and then will point with her snout. Ooh, good job, girl. Well, looks like we found the hermit.
Thank you, Abigail.
Is he going to be okay with a whole group of people coming up on
Oh,
his house?
he likes visitors. Yeah, plus he knows me and old Abigail. See, I helped him with a few errands in town. He doesn't like to go into the city, although he does go sometimes, he says, because he's looking for prospects. But he mostly keeps to himself out here.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, lead the way.
Considers becoming a hermit eventually? Yeah. Sounds like the life.
Can you be a hermit with a family?
All right. Hold on to
I
your
mean-
butts.
Not like I've seen him in a year. They probably think I'm dead.
No. Sure.
Maybe it's for the
What?
better.
You thinking of being a hermit too, Gruul?
Well, I mean, technically, we lived out in the middle of nowhere.
I've actively talked to his sister since then. She's convinced you're alive.
She did.
Also, the church members that were chasing us were specifically looking for you.
Yeah, I figured.
Because,
That
you
makes
know,
sense.
you revealed yourself in the middle of the bar.
Yeah.
And you're very noticeable.
You know, I can't help but think, and I'm sure that that was the case. I can't help but think that if I was there in the room, maybe she'd know who I was. Maybe they, I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs, and I don't think I would have gotten out of it regardless. So probably best that we did run.
All right.
It's never gonna be the same again.
Nope. Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. Now eat him. Eat his entire ass.
You have a piece of the god of dark truth etched into your forehead. Is it-
It's I know, but
The dog?
I'm more.
Maybe,
You know, I'm kind of
maybe mention that a bit less around the hermit.
Oh, that's fair.
wondering what are your plans eventually? You know,
plans?
are you yeah? You gonna
Oh,
go back to the out in the wilderness life eventually?
Well, if everything's cleared up, maybe. Not really much to go back to now. Kind of not really.
Yeah,
stay
but
there.
like you'd make your own place, find a nice lady, and make your own little family out there. You know, maybe.
Oh. I mean, if I find someone, sure, but right now, staying on the road, being a, navigator, it's been prosperous and entertaining.
I mean, you're a pretty young guy. There's a lot of life ahead of you still, right?
You trying to hook me up with somebody here?
No, I'm just trying to see, you know, what you got.
You
what
trying
you
to
got
get me
live for.
laid right now, bro? Like, what's
Trying to see what you got to live for. You know, everybody needs something. Everybody needs.
This hermit sounds like he's single. So
Oh yeah, maybe the hermit's a girl. It's a unisex term.
girl.
To you, it would be a girl. To Gruul, it might be a woman.
Okay, I'm gonna take a piss.
You're
I'll meet you
very
guys
old,
in there.
Fellow. Very old.
All right. And it's at this point that I have to take you guys to a new map.
Ooh. I don't like the context of that phrasing, Telry.
What? What phrasing?
Marlowe, like, a lot of the longer-lived
away.
races, they mature slower. So, like, even though they might be older than you, they're still kids.
Are you trying to tell me that Marlowe is actually a child? He's just
No, he's
a really old
probably-
child?
I mean, as far as I can tell, he's about as old as we are. Technically.
All right, here we go.
A weird way of thinking about it. I wonder if that's how... I wonder if Marlowe feels like how I feel about dogs. You know, dogs don't live very long. They're really cute and stuff. But, like, you think that's how he feels about us? We're just like a bunch of dogs that he hangs out with?
Maybe you.
Hey, buddy, you're not that much older than me.
I was
loaded.
talking about age.
Loaded.
Loaded.
Loaded. Yeah, I wasn't talking about age there, Telry.
Ah, age. What is age?
What is that?
Baby, don't hurt me.
All right, everybody loaded in?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
as the hold on. Where is Corca Forca? Where did I leave him? I'll go get him real quick.
Oh, do you have my new token?
Oh yeah.
Do I have your
It
new
got
token?
changed last. Yeah, it got
Yeah.
changed last time, but it's not changed.
I don't think it was saved to the
Oh,
prototype.
right click it. It might be a transform now. On the right side, there might be like a little recycle looking button. Or there's person with a circle around arrows around him. No?
No, I just have conditions.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll fix it. Hold on.
Okay.
What is wrong with my shit right now? It's so weird. It's like I'm inputting commands and they're just not functioning. Okay.
Yeah, fun.
Breakfast is the cutest pig I've ever drawn. Look at him.
How many pigs have you drawn?
Like, probably 3 or 4 in my life. Breakfast is the best one.
Now, how many frogs have you drawn? That's the.
Man, I've drawn too many frogs.
I think Shammer would have an
all
issue
with-
with that statement.
Oh yeah, how many frog cubines have you drawn?
I have drawn 2 frog cubines. Every frog I've ever drawn has been within the last year.
How have I drawn more frogcubines than you?
You've drawn more frog cubines than me? Now we have to see them.
Okay,
Do we though?
everybody loaded
Yes.
in?
Yes.
Loaded.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. As the party moves forward, eventually they come to an area where, as I was describing before, a bunch of caravan wagons stitched together to make a comely home, a home which is represented over here. However, as you approach, I need you to make me perception checks.
This be normal? Or actually, no, I don't have the trick. It'll just be. No.
Man, doing great on perception today.
Yeah, don't worry. It's what I'm here for.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Give me just a second.
Crickets. If we catch enough crickets, we won't have to worry about rations.
Oh, is that it?
Marlowe's looking at Abigail's thick, massive HP bar.
Thick.
Nice HP bar, bro.
The boss bar.
Dude, look how hard I can HP.
Abigail could take us all.
Dark Souls music begins.
In a fight, right?
Idea.
Alright, guys. As you approach, what you notice is that the caravan walls seem to be covered with strange sigils, symbols, and writings that you do not recognize, except for Marlowe. He recognizes them as Calcatetian script. They are good luck charms for travel. At this point, as the party kind of steps out in front, the doors swing open, and a strangely dressed man approaches the party. He wears a dark black trench coat and seems to have a hat, long and embroidered, a very thick bill and brim, covered in feathers and other accoutrements. A mask covers his face, a mask with a smiling face. Long, illustrious, well-manicured hair spills out from underneath the hat and down his back. On the front, he bears what appears to be the symbology of a pair of dice. And you see this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so cool.
Interesting friend you got here, Korka?
Oh, he ain't my friend. He Abigail's friend. And as this happens, Abigail will waddle up to him, and the man will give a nod of recognition, and he will speak. Well, well, well. What have we here? I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Abigail. Tell me, has the arrangement worked out to your benefit? You will see that the alligator starts to nod. That is good to hear. But it seems that you done brought some guests to my humble abode. Greetings, friends, and salutations. I am known as Davin Tran, Baron and servant to the Gambler Black. Tell me, what brings you to my home this day?
Greetings, Marlowe. These are, guys, introduce yourself.
Oh,
These are
Gruul. I'm the navigator.
Nah. Just nah.
I am Grom Iron Jaw.
I'm Telry.
To get to the heart of your question, we're here because we heard that you might know a bit of Old Corvin, something that concerns us in our journeys. Like to pay you a visit, parlay a bit.
So you need help with some translation then?
Yeah, it's a short end of it.
Well, we can be sure that I know a few things. A thing or two maybe that might be of help to you. The man will approach. As he gets closer, make me Arcana checks.
All of us?
If you have it trained.
Oh.
Well, I
Doesn't mean
have
undead.
You reroll that one.
rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm not trained enough.
I have the trick.
Wow.
Alright, Knarh. As the man approaches, with your Arcana check, you're able to tell that he carries with him a presence of magic barely concealed. His exposure seems to be managed somehow. You can also see that there is, almost imperceptible to the looks of the others, there is a pair of black glowing dice in his hands. Now, what is it exactly that you'd be wanting me to translate?
There's a phrase we ran into. And then Marlowe will walk forward and show the paper to Mr. Daventran.
He'll take a long look at it. Callan o Callus un Aldafife. Huh. Praise be to the king of Aldafife. Callan means king, and Callus means to offer praise, for the most part. The rest of this appears to be some kind of call to arms. An orator's dream, it would seem. An explanation, an agreement of one's cause.
That's it?
Oh, it's a lot more than just that. But that's all I could see from reading it for about 3 minutes.
What'd you say, Marlowe?
Does it help?
Well, all the insight, any insight helps. But, would you by any chance be able to help me hypothesize a reason why a massive, ghostly visage of the Barrow King would be chanting this repeatedly, as if the, verbal component to a spell? If that were the case.
Well, hypothetically speaking, if one wanted to enact the resurrection of a certain somebody, one would need to recite that their person's veritable true name, and if necessary, the components that make thereof that life. Sounds like to me that your particular discovery coincides with a series of, shall we say, elusive and problematic situations that seem to have been occurring lately within the depths of the swamp. The Barrow King and his men and his legions are supposed to be buried up further north. Unfortunately, it would seem that such things is not the case. There's roaming bands of undead known as the Risen. And what is strange about them, very strange at least to my senses, is that they do not look like undead, or at least not easily at first. It is only after a proper application of violence that one is able to reveal their true nature.
Have you had many interactions with these Risen?
Yes and
You
no,
don't
I
mind me
suppose. But if I might be so bold, sir, what is your interest in the Risen?
Marlowe will switch to sand. He'll say, personal interest is that as a servant of Ezokine, a record keeper of some of the unfinished and untold stories of this land. The nature of our mission is that of the Bard's College of Sagas, if you're aware of them.
I'm aware of the College of Sagas. They are practitioners of history and guardians of the truth. Are you implying that you are a member of such an establishment?
Yes.
Well then I believe it is by that canton that perhaps you could speak a bit more freely. And with that, he will take off his hat and pull down his mask. Oh shit! Oh!
What were you guys saying? You switched languages there for a sec.
Wanted to see if he spoke same language, so to speak.
Take it, he does?
1 second, please.
Yeah, those charms are from my homeland.
Oh.
Just a second.
He'll say in Orcish, should we start speaking in secret together now? To Chrome and Knarh.
Lol, I suppose.
Marlowe will turn around and say,
Dumb demon from another land. Doesn't know our language.
Wow.
Marlowe thinks he knows Orc.
This just in. He doesn't.
Look, being able to disguise yourself as an orc doesn't actually make you.
Pretending to be an orc doesn't mean that you're an orc. We do our best.
There's a whistling sound as that goes in one ear and right out the other.
It's something I don't want to hear? Well, guess what? I didn't hear it.
I'm so stuck on who's this Gamber Blackie follows.
I don't know. I'm starting to learn not to ask questions to things that sound ominous.
Is that
All of us here talking in different languages. Telry over there. What are they saying?
Hey, yo, if you don't like... Hey.
Orcs! Oh no, I'm out of the orc line.
Oh,
I'm
no,
over here with
anyway.
Marlowe.
Alright.
Oh no, everything on my computer's running slow. I don't know what's happening. It's so awful.
And today on the internet, everyone decided we should use the internet.
We messed with the feng shui over there. And it's messing with his computer.
No, that's it. You didn't have proper spacing in your room, and your internet is lost for it. Gotta increase the metal affinity.
What the fuck did you just say in my... What did you just say to me?
You gotta.
We moved the soda can over, and it threw off the groove.
Yeah, you guys
in
came
the
over.
room.
You guys came in here and started moving all my shit around.
Yep, threw off the whole groove of the place.
My
Feng
whole
shui right out
whole
the window.
groove is ruined, bro.
Have you checked the hamster that's in the wheel?
You're right. Still running?
I've looked at it, and I gotta tell you, pretty disappointing. Oh no! Don't say it, bro. Don't say it like that, bro.
I fed him Dr. Pepper. I don't know why he's fucking complaining.
Made him run faster.
I keep feeding him Dr. Pepper, and it just keeps happening. All right, give me just a second. I'm gonna check this other place, and if it's not there, I'm just gonna do Theater of the Mind again. I'm sorry. I don't know why it keeps fucking up like this.
Oh, it's all good. You're here for it.
'Cause I'm here. Gonna build a Saga Awakening.
My hamster just shits.
One day I'll
It
finally
just
take the
keeps
plunge.
shitting.
I'll swap to an all Dr. Pepper diet. Drink Dr. Pepper jelly beans.
Oh God.
I will become immortal. That's how it works.
Is that how it
Pepper
works?
cleanse?
Yeah. Essie will never approve of this.
You doing a cleanse?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper cleanse.
Hey, you
Dr.
guys-
Pepper enema cleanse.
You guys ever done the Dr. Pepper challenge, bro?
That's just something the body does.
Yeah, it's a challenge to be
Pepper
alive.
sandwich.
That's what it is. It's great.
You put 4 Mentos in your ass, and then you do like 8 jumping jacks.
Oh,
Oh, is that what you do? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
sounds like some experience.
That,
I don't want to know.
But what if,
informative.
holds up finger, what if everyone died? Wouldn't that be unfortunate?
What if
the end.
everyone dies?
Alright. Well, shit.
Suppose I could add bacon to that diet.
Dr. Pepper bacon.
A Dr. Pepper bacon cleanse.
A Dr. Pepper bacon cleanse.
Yeah.
That
I
is disgusting.
I can get
I
all the
only
bad
eat
out of my
small
body.
Out of your body? You're getting the bad out of your
Are
body.
you implying, Kraig, that Dr. Pepper is bad?
It has acid in it, if you're
It has
unaware.
23 flavors. And where do flavors come from? Nature.
nobody even knows what all the flavors are.
No.
Did you just say the flavor comes from nature?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was worried it was something else that wasn't,
Again, just soda is
My
acidic.
crack, that's what it comes from.
You don't want to put
comes
acidic
from
things
my
in there.
Crack. Okay.
Mm.
That's terrible.
Flushing out the demons on another man's private property.
Science time with Sagas and Solace.
What did the author mean by this? Okay, that's quite enough of that. All right. So, anyway,
Well,
the
there he goes.
man has long, flowing black hair, has a handsome face, and appears to bear a strange mark in his eye. Most notably, the mark in his eye almost looks like his pupil is cracked.
Oh, have you had someone look at that? Looks painful.
Yeah, Gruul's a doctor. He can have a look.
Well, battlefield medic, but yeah.
I assure you my eye is fine. Now then,
M-
now that I know why that you are here, and it seems that I'm amongst reasonable company, we could speak more freely. Since you are an officiate of the Bard's Guild and in here on official business, I shall do what I can to assist. As I too am a member of the Bard's College. Just not from here.
Really?
They all over the place.
You mind if I ask if are you a follower of Zacharias?
No, son. Zacharias is a baron like myself. We all serve the Gambler Black.
Is he a
Who's the
god?
gambler?
Oh, no. Gambler Black ain't no god. Gambler Black is a patron. A dealer directly to mortal men and women.
Well, my respects then.
That makes no sense.
Something interesting.
What? Is there a difference between the
Yeah.
two?
The difference
Oh,
between
does it mean
the
it's
difference
like-
the difference between a patron and a god is quite simple. A god you worship. The patron you don't.
Uh-huh. So, like, the patron is a people, is a person.
You go to a god. A patron comes to you.
Huh.
Oh, they actually communicate and, inform you. How nice.
That they do, son. That they do.
Girl, you give me a look like that's better?
So far, from what I've heard.
Well, seeing that you're, well, I guess I can trust you. This is the reason why we are here, in some effect. And Marlowe will pull out the Saga of Awakening.
That's pretty important. But if you got it already, then what you doing here? Why ain't you back in Mournhound?
Well, don't know how to open it. And there are reportedly 2 more sagas in the hands of the Barrow King.
Potentially.
Potentially. Yeah. And there is more beyond the court, as the path leads even further past that. So,
I see. So you seek the sagas in the Barrow King's possession, then?
that's what is assumed to be the case. We don't know if he exists in a mortal sense. We don't know if he has the sagas. This is all based on rumor.
Anything else?
But you seem to recognize this. Do you know what is inside, or what this means?
Well, I don't know exactly what's inside, but I know what a saga is, and I know how important they are.
I don't suppose you would know any of these risen that we could perhaps talk to?
Well, now we come to the crux of the problem. See, by my recollection and gumption, there's only a few ways that you're going to get your hands on those sagas. Yeah? You're either going to have to steal them, or you're going to have to take them. Or they're going to be given to you. Now, the Barrow King and his risen, they have a very old hat way of looking at things. Very fire and brimstone, death and destruction type of thing. Specifically, the Barrow King has already been gathering his forces and plans to retake Aldafife. And from that, he also plans to take back the Pale City, defeat Matheria, crush her down beneath the boot of his heel, or whatever have you. Whether or not he'll be capable of doing that, well, we'll see, won't we?
Telry squints.
Well,
Stealing it's gonna be hard. It's well guarded. And the Risen don't have to sleep like you and I. They're a constant watch, and they detect the very blood in your body. It's gonna be difficult getting past them. And then absolutely, there's also the worst option, in my opinion, and that is to fight them directly. Each of the Risen in of themselves has several lifetimes of practice with their weapons and their skills. Many of them also bear fighting styles or magics that you've never even seen before because they long since fell out of practice. Make no mistake, getting your hands on a saga guarded by the Barrow King's court is gonna be a difficult task, even for the most high of gumption of peasants.
Oh,
But
we met the Toad King, and he said his word might have some sway.
I'm sure the Toad King thinks that his word's gonna have some sway. But let me ask you this. If the Toad King had any sway, you'd think he might have said something earlier, right? Before all this power was starting to get coalesced?
So you're aware of what's happening?
I'm aware of more than most people think. I don't know everything. I'm not omniscient. But I'm able to read the cards on the wall. I know who's got the bluff, and I know who's got the hand. And I also know who's about to fold. And I'll tell you right now, Aldafife's mere moments away from one bad hand away from losing their whole pot.
Well, whether it be fortunate or unfortunate, none of us are thieves. And, well, fuck. He might have been a bandit at some point. Or still be a bandit. Either way.
Yeah, well, you're hired muscle now, so.
My personal interest, and I assume everyone here doesn't seem to have any favor towards the church. If this could be done diplomatically, that would be our aim.
Well, that's just the problem, huh? The Sagas are a source of the Barrow King's power. What you're gonna be going for is something that's not only important to him on the esoteric sense, but also in the strategic sense. So, if I was you, I'd make sure I had something of equal value to trade for it, or else you're gonna find those terms unbecoming.
What if... Guys, what if we let the Barrow King do what he's gonna do, you know? What's the nature exactly, Mr. Tron?
Sorry to cut you off, but there is no leading here. We're not the arbiters of the Barrow King's actions.
Yeah, but if we take...
He's an army.
If we somehow get the Sagas, wouldn't that cripple his power?
Perhaps, yeah. That's what it seems to be the case.
Well, what's the nature of the Risen and the Barrow King? Do they belong here? Are they from elsewhere? Are they a bad thing for Corvinus?
Well, I can tell you this. My knowledge is limited on how far back things goes, but the Barrow King was amongst one of the first human settlers. He and his people ruled the East until he died, and his kingdom kind of fell to the wayside. And then the conquering of Mytheria, and so on and so forth. Make no mistake, it's no pushover.
Well, we understand he's got a bit of a prejudice against the church itself, but any other, I guess, issues he had in the past, tendencies? I guess, was he more of a militaristic man? More of a diplomat?
Well, I don't know. The stories say that the Barrow King could charm a dryad right out of a tree form. Other stories say that the mere presence of the Barrow King could inspire loyalty and courage in his men. As to how much of a diplomat he is, well, all I've really heard up from the grapevine is that he's very clear about his intentions. He wishes to bring his city of Aldafife back to the glory that it once was. And I can tell you this, if all else, that is a man of his word, according to all the stories.
So, Oh, go ahead.
Seeing that I appreciate the candidness and the straightforwardness, so I will do in turn as well. Back in Aldafife, there was a night where I believe I had walked through into the Dream of Dreams, and in there was a massive creature, one that I presume to be the Barrow King, large and skeletal and decaying, and with a burn or a scar, a deformed face, a hand reaching toward the saga that I held, repeating the words that I had shown you. Do you know what this might mean?
Well, I'm not a dream reader, son, but I'll do my best. If the person in the dream is you, then that would mean to me that you've been repeating that phrase over and over again, reaching out towards it. Perhaps that phrase is some sort of mechanism to unlock the sagas in whatever container it's in. Or maybe it's an indication. He will suddenly stop. His eye starts to move of its own accord. The cracked pupil twisting slightly. Or maybe it's something else.
My initial theory was that it was a mechanism to keep it locked. A curse of sorts.
Perhaps. But if that was the case, why would you need to be there at all?
Fair question. Something else that you might have insight on. Would you know what this is? Marlowe will pull out the key that is in the crystalline prison.
Oh, God.
Out of his underwear.
Oh, God.
I have a clean dick.
Yeah, okay.
Where'd you pull that from?
My bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Wait, you're talking about your prison wall right now? Please tell me.
Walls of holding.
That's some heresy.
It's fine, I keep it clean.
He's been a little baggy.
All right. At this point, when you pull out the key, you will see that the man's eye begins to crack slightly more. He'll cover it up. You will feel a strange sensation as the entire area starts to get darker and darker and darker.
Not again.
You will hear a slight sort of the sound of cracking flesh and bone, twisting marrow, and ripping clothes.
Marlowe? What did you do?
Great. I had some question for him. Now he's gone.
And Telry, you were the last person to be called someone else out.
I'm just saying, I had questions too. I've admitted my fault, girl, in the past. This happens a lot to us.
Maybe
I don't know. I asked for insight.
Crack.
His eyes seem different than mine. Did he disappear?
Hold on.
There's cracking of bones happening in front of us.
In the darkness.
Yeah, maybe less casual conversation, more making sure we don't die in a moment.
Marlowe will put the key back in his underwear and sort of put his arms out in like
We're
a
also gonna
bracing
pull out his
fashion.
crossbow here.
Hang on, we might not have time for all this yet.
Nah, he's transforming, man. Hopefully I got a moment.
I was gonna ask how does one get the attention of the gambler's black?
You think that's the issue?
One moment, please.
Right.
No. I was gonna ask him. That was my question.
boy.
That's the
Well-
I'm excited to mess with you guys. Laugh.
He was the Barrel King.
All along.
I'll offer breakfast as a sacrifice.
Hey, at least, maybe now you got something to trade for the Sagas, Seems important.
I'll double down.
I double down. Alrighty, here we go. As the entire area becomes darker, the man that once stood in front of you stands up impossibly tall, much larger than he was before. Two tiny beads of light emanate outwards, like eyes in the shadows. And you guys hear this.
Here it goes.
Tell me if you guys hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This one's got lyrics. Made by a community member from before. It's very good.
The pet.
As you see this creature appear before you.
What in the blazes?
I take a step back.
Interesting.
One goddamn day we go without some kind of horrific creature.
I think you are the Gambler Black.
Ah, that's usually Telry, but it's not always me.
Korka?
You notice that your friends that came with you do not respond, as if they are not even there. The party stands by itself, surrounded only by the chittering crickets and the distant calls of animals. The man stands before you, impossibly tall, his grin of long, thin teeth filling his face as a pair of beady balls of light acting as his eyes watch out from underneath his tall brimmed hat. And then he will speak. Hold on, I gotta adjust something here. Alright, here we go.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Greetings to you, boy. My servant done called me up when he saw what you had in your hand. Looks like you need to learn. And I'll be willing to be your teacher. We can't be having that fall into the wrong hands.
Are you the gambler?
I'm known by many names, but most call me the Gambler Black.
Marlowe will look at Chrome. They will.
Yes.
It's, I guess you wanted to
Yeah, kinda.
talk to him. What?
Well, I'll wait until we have all the serious conversation after.
What'd you say, Chrome? Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Oh, I just said I'll wait after after all the serious conversation happened.
Oh, okay.
You don't want this to fall into the wrong hands.
That's what I said, boy.
Could you give me some insight on that?
You need insight on danger. Is my say-so not sufficient?
Well, I had no intention of having this fall into the wrong hands, or anyone else's hands for that matter.
And most people don't intend for the things that they want to keep falling into the hands of the others. Which is why I've been summoned forth by my servant. What you have in your hand is a vestige of the past. Something that should have long since been left buried.
Fortunately, we're a bit of historians, and digging up the past is kind of our job.
Do you know what this is? This vestige?
Well, of course I know what it is. The question is, are you ready to learn what it is? For what you have in your hand is knowledge, and the access point in thereof. And knowledge is a dangerous thing, boy. One that has to be carefully acclimated.
I understand. If it is knowledge, I am ready for it. If it is, what to do with that knowledge, perhaps, I will defer to someone such as yourself, in terms of the wisdom of what to do with it.
Sure. Look, I'll be straight with you. One of my best, Baron Zacharias, was on the front lines, down in the days of Camp Last Stand. It is he and his fellow heroes that saw it fit that the world won't end it, eh? And now you stand here, holding the same damn piece of oblivion, and I ain't gonna see it misbegotten.
Dude, a piece of oblivion?
You heard what I said.
I heard. Doesn't mean I understand it.
Fine. Let me put it to you this way. What you got in your hand is an access point to something that should have long since been left buried and forgotten. The pieces of it, an indication of that which has happened before, and that which hopefully will not happen again. But in order to ensure that it does not, best not we go be prodding it, aye?
Yeah, understood.
My advice, bury that wherever it is that it came from.
What, for different people to dig it up?
Well, more importantly, the location was purposely hidden. I'm not even sure how we came upon it.
You, I take it you do have memory of Oblivion. It's almost like forgetting something, right? And wouldn't that be, a crime? To have something, even if it is a piece of Oblivion, cast unto Oblivion.
Spoken like somebody who has no idea what the hell he's talking about. Your naivety is staggering, son. Yes, there are some things that should be forgotten. Some things that should not be touched and prodded, regardless of whatever reasoning, self-assurance, or nobility you might have seen attached to them.
Apologies, we'd assumed it's simply a key to a door.
Of course you did. I recognize avarice when I see it. You wanted for whatever that door opened, and that I can respect and understand. But know what I tell you now. What you hold in your hand is not worth whatever treasure you think you're gonna find with it. There are some things that are just a bad gamble, son.
Well, I will keep that in mind.
An eyebrow will raise.
Keep it in mind. Maybe you misunderstand what this conversation is. This ain't a warning. It's a demand. I ain't gonna trust what you gonna do with that key, son. Best you give it up.
Interesting.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Can or won't?
Neither. Ezokind himself had entrusted
You think
this
I
to me.
give a shit about what your rock god wants? That damn thing was very much common enough to watch everybody else suffer and die.
And with that, the gambler will take a deep breath.
Look, son. I don't know what your Ezokind has in play for it. But there are forces here that you don't even begin to comprehend or understand. And with hope, maybe I'm wrong. One of the few times I'd like to be. But there is a few things that are clear to me. You don't want to drown. You don't go fucking swimming. And right now, you're stepping onto the edge of an abyss and hoping that there ain't no water below.
I mean, if we need to seal something away, wouldn't the god of patience and knowledge be something that would be good at assisting with that?
And why do you think that?
Well, the old know how to, I don't know, secure other ancient artifacts, I would assume.
More of that naivety.
Well, we're out in the woods. Didn't read too much.
Well, it looks like I ain't gonna be convincing you then.
Go ahead, Chrome.
Why not make everyone happy? You're cautious about this key. And well, my friends and I are here. Some of them worship a god, and why not? How do I say this? You pique my interest. You're neither a god but a patron. I was gonna ask your follower how to seek your attention.
Chrome, why?
To be honest,
You're asking that question?
I'm not taking it from you, currently. I care.
I'm a man fighting in a war of gods who need some kind of edge.
If you're asking me, son, for a piece of the pie, that's something we can discuss in a moment. It is not my disposition to take things. I'm no thief. If you're not gonna give it up willingly, then at least listen to what I have to say.
I will.
Put it back. Wherever you got it from. That will bring you nothing but misery if you don't. And when you get to your god of rocks and forgetfulness, I don't know what Ezekiel might have in store for it, or what plan that the old timer might have, but I can tell you this much. He was one of the most curiously absent during the stand. Curiously absent throughout much of the struggle. And yet here we are.
Well, I wasn't. I still remember that day where every grain of sand in Majatal screamed out in pain. And I remember why it is we need to remember things. It seems that you do not understand Ezokine's purpose, and perhaps I don't either, but I do have faith in the purpose of holding on to knowledge and giving it to the people. And whether this costs me misery or costs me anything, I will pay that price if that is the necessity that needs to be done, whether it is my name that's forgotten in the end.
The Gambler Black will slowly approach Marlowe and will shift all the way down from the top of his height to look him eye to eye.
Them some noble words, boy. But I think the problem that you don't see is it ain't gonna be you that pays nothing. It's everybody else. From your penchant and partial nobility and your penitent martyrdom is gonna get you nothing but misery. And not just you, but the misery of those around you. Your entire mission a farce. Your act, in and of itself, a self-fulfilling prophecy of terror, pain, and all the things you deem to resist. You need to understand there's more than one form of avarice in this world. It ain't just gold, it ain't just women and fame, it ain't any of these things, but sometimes the worst greed there is the greed of relevance. To be something noteworthy. To be important. And that's the very thing that'll be used against you. So remember this, if you remember nothing else at all. It isn't your friend. It does not follow the rules, and it is the enemy of all things.
And with that, the Gambler Black will fade to the shadows once more. The light will return. And the Baron will grasp at his eye once more. The crickets and chirps of the swamp return. And all is as it was.
Well, that's interesting.
Never a boring day.
I'm sick and tired of the interruptions from gods, patrons, or whatever they call themselves.
Let's just call them higher beings, I guess.
Just shaking my head.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I need a second
I
for my
don't buy that
fucking
anymore.
sphincter to unclench here.
For all the gods I've encountered, he's probably the best one I've seen. Let's be fair.
Have you seen other ones?
The close encounters with the Telry ones,
Oh. I mean,
and Marlowe seems like an extension to his god, so there's nothing there. But and then there's their, the damn church people.
alright, I get what you're saying. He seemed to, care about some things. I'm not sure.
The Baron will shake his head, and he'll return to his senses. Ugh. Ugh. Everyone all right? Everybody okay?
Unharmed.
Just
Little-
fine.
A little
Just
intimidated.
Oh,
Interesting fellow you follow.
yeah, he is. But he's one of the most honest beings I've ever met in this whole sort of service thing. I don't know what was said, but I felt him manifest. Whatever words were spoken, I hope you listened.
Oh, I did.
You gonna be alright there, Marlowe? You need a sec?
I'm thinking. Think so.
Alright. Chrome, you had some questions. I'm sure he could still be,
Yeah, he's kind of gone now, but I was gonna say if he's cautious with that key, he can, in the place of keeping tabs on it, not seek his power. But yeah, he's kind of gone now, so oh well.
well, I mean, he's still right here.
That's your guy right there.
I mean, yeah, I guess. What do you say? Your Gambler Black is cautious about what he has. Look, why not keep a close eye on it? In return, I seek his power.
If it's power you seek, son, Gambler Black will offer it to you.
Well, I seek more than just power, but
The Baron will approach you, Chrome, and will offer you a single black die.
he looks at it.
Back.
You take it.
In the moment that you would take it, the Baron cautions. Remember, it was your choice.
Of course. It's in my hands.
Alright. As you take the die from him, you will feel a strange sense come over you. And we'll discuss those mechanics later.
All right.
The Baron will step back. Well, I hope you've been provided some insight. I have to go.
It's, probably for the best. I'm pretty sure we've been, followed to some extent.
Thank you for your vision and your time. It's deeply appreciated.
You're most welcome. If you'll excuse me, I've got to travel south. Apparently there's some gambling happening. If you need me again, look for me in the southern Fallowlands.
If you run into the Toad King, I guess tell him we're still alive.
Spreading joy.
God, I wish that were true.
He'll look over his shoulder. I don't know what we're spreading, but our numbers are growing. I got a whole group waiting for me down south. So when we meet again, maybe we'll be enough for a real cartel.
Maybe not joy, but a little amusement. Very interesting.
Were you always into gambling there, Crow?
I'm a bandit, so it's always half 50-50 on whether I win or not.
I see. Either you win or you kill them. Got it.
Yeah. Or I get thrown in jail. But that rarely happens.
You win or you kill them is a curious way of saying that Chrome's got a problem with gods.
Well,
Right.
we are fighting a war with gods, and it'll always help to have something in the back.
How are you two? You were rather quiet during the more important parts there. Abigail, Korka.
Abigail is currently just kind of snuggled up next to Korka, and Korka's just like, "Oh, I'm so dead. That's not good, huh? You gotta be more careful, Jack."
Why is he Spanish now?
What?
I was,
What? That wasn't Spanish. What?
Oh,
The fuck?
Latin language is understandable, you know.
Easily mistake.
I was trying to tell you it's French. What?
Yeah, which is a Latin language. They sound similar enough sometimes.
I did not hear that. Oh shit. I'm over.
Stop. I am. Maybe this will help you. I will talk like this.
Quasi Portuguese, quasi.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
God.
Quasi is the same word in Portuguese and Spanish and French and Italian.
Korka, così, così.
Almost.
Abigail. I mean,
All right. Well, I guess we met your guy. That was an interesting experience. Very good. So
I guess
Marlowe, we putting that key back?
Sure. I'll take care of it.
Can we really turn
guess-
around with someone on our tail?
Well, not right now, but eventually. It'd probably be wise to put that back where we found it. Probably sooner better than later.
Oh, perhaps we could speak about this later. I think we need to figure out at least where we're going now.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I guess the one insight is that if we intend to go into the Barrow King, we're going to need something
so
to trade.
quick above table recap because I know I hit you guys with a lot right there.
There was a lot, yeah.
So above table recap. It's been explained that the Barrow King is a separate political entity from Aldafife and the Pale City. According to the various sources that you have vetted so far, the Barrow King has hostile intentions to retake Aldafife and then from there to conquer the Pale City. It would seem that right now your current options are to steal the Sagas, to entreat for the Sagas, or to conquer the Barrow King's court and take the Sagas. All three of which are already going to be very difficult prospects in order to pull any of that off. And the second bit also is to go around the Barrow King's court, go to Ezekind's location, marked on the map for Marlowe. There is also the returning of the key, if you wish to follow the Gambler Black's warning. And I think that's pretty much it for the area of the major stuff. So, that's what's on the table right now.
Well, if we needed something of value to trade for, we could entreat, right? We can go to the Barrow King and help him in exchange for the Sagas.
I don't know if he will exchange the Sagas.
They were stating that it's a power for him. He's an ancient being connected to an ancient scroll. Perhaps, I don't know, he's powered by history, or at least things that are recording of history.
That could be one interpretation, or the scrolls themselves are the artifice in one way or another. Although I'm not particularly concerned with the physical scrolls themselves, just the information inside. That's what I think needs to be recorded.
Then perhaps... well, I guess you would know better. Is there some power that comes with holding the original saga that would be important to keep out of others' hands, or is it simply just as a recording of history?
There's most likely.
Actually, I can answer that for you, because Marlowe would know this answer. Or at least have a better understanding of that than maybe Luke does.
Bardic knowledge.
So yes, bardic knowledge. The bardic knowledge there is that the sagas themselves have magic within them. The story has magic within them. So transferring them is also a direct power source. But what is probably more likely, which is what was very lightly hinted at, is that the sagas are the source of the Barrow King's power. Now that could be literal, or it could be indirect, such as the information that they have on it. And you know, Marlowe, that there's a number of things that could be on there, such as true names, such as locations of powerful items, so on and so forth. It could be very well that the Barrow King's power that is connected to the sagas is actually directly connected to what they're talking about. So therefore, the copying of them would remove the advantage that would give to the Barrow King. Or at least would even it out, rather.
Marlowe's current hypothesis is that the sort of pseudo-godhood that the Barrow King has, being the dream entity, is from the knowledge in the scroll that Aldafife used to become a deity. Is his working assumption that was shared with the party. So I think it's the same. I think what we're dealing with is our same assumption as before.
So,
but I don't know if he'll let us read these. And I think the only gambling piece we have for the other two is the current one we hold.
Well, do we have any way of leveraging at least the ability to, I don't know, to get into this court, get into his trusts? And I'm assuming no, but
we have nothing of interest to him other than this scroll. That is either the key to get us to speak with him, the key to enter to see the other ones, or I don't know.
I guess the question then, how do we leverage it then? If we walk into his territory, well, then he has it, essentially. He can just surround us in moments.
Yeah, he
Sounds
could.
like a very low chance of survival situation.
Well, if we try to fight it, if we go in diplomatically and willingly handle it over, we could at least show that we're willing to work with him, but then we lose our leverage.
I don't think we use leverage in this situation. He's a proud king and war leader. I don't think he would fall for...
Well, if we enter in diplomatically, then we are going to mark ourselves against the church, just for working with him so openly.
Have we not so far?
I am
He will
just
look at
stating...
Telry.
We're
just
clearly against the church.
stating that if we do that, there is no questioning, there is no redemption, we are working with him at that point.
How do all of you feel about that?
Heck no.
I'm not going back.
I
see no problem with it.
I can see its value. I am no friend of the church myself, and
I'm not working for an undead.
I think
Would you work with one?
No.
I mean, that's understandable.
Perhaps we could speak to some of his men to show you, because he did state that, as far as I can tell, they are not undead until they actually fall.
They're unnatural, and something I was meaning to ask our friend before he left. I was trying to get more information about them. Do you think that perhaps the Barrow King might be the reason that the Hikari Knight is in the area? Maybe he sees them as some kind of otherworldly entity that needs to go?
No, he's of this world. He's an undead, not a
Not anymore.
demon or something.
They're different. They're a different kind of undead, though. There could be something going on there.
I would assume the demon waste would be a lot more his calling.
Yes, assumptions have served us well in the past.
Just as you've
Maybe onto
assumed
something, Telry.
yourself.
Don't point at me. You're assuming now. This is an us thing. We all got to figure this out.
Well, I don't think any amount of speculation on the Hikari is going to help us. How about that?
I'm just saying, if there was a way that we could use him, get involved, have him fight for us, and then I could do my purposes with him. Win-win.
Use the Barrow King.
No, weaponize the Hikari Knight.
Right.
Do you know who this is?
No idea.
You're already talking about him as if he's a pawn.
I'm opening my jar of possibilities.
There are legends written about these people. This is not.
Never heard of him
This is
before.
not a wandering merchant.
Marlowe, legends start somewhere. There weren't always legends written about these people.
Look, there's just to
Are
say,
you
there's
proving my point for me?
Yeah. Who's to say there's not going to eventually be a legend about Chrome or breakfast?
There already is technically.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But
what's your point?
My point is, you have no idea what you're dealing with.
None of us
And
do.
to speak of him as if he's a pawn for a plan that you could simply manipulate into.
There's no plan. There's no pawn. You don't know. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But the thing is,
Are you still high right now?
no. But there's a hope, which is something you've clearly lost. And Chrome has. He's got plans. Knarh has all kinds of hope. She keeps to herself. And Gruul just kind of follows you around and does whatever you say. Where's the hope? We've got to move forward.
now you think you forgot the part where I have to babysit you all day.
Oh, Gruul.
Look,
No, you
you
said
were-
you didn't want to serve. Perhaps there wouldn't be a serving or working with, but just a parlay of sorts. You comfortable?
I am
at least finding
okay
out who he
with
is?
talking to them because that's part of the mission. I will not work for him. I will not work with or against or anything. I will sooner kill the zombies I find. I draw the line at undead.
I can assure you, they're different in a lot
I
of
don't
ways.
care how different they are, whether they can talk or think or walk or talk. They don't belong.
Look, I, of all people, can tell you what doesn't and does not belong in this world. And most certainly, there are plenty of things that I have killed in my time that don't belong here. But these are people, apparently, of a different sort. I would say
They are not.
you can't touch people. That's bad phrasing, but I understand people in a different way than you do. They're different, but they're also similar. It's strange.
Gruul, you have single-handedly offended every person that you talk to. You understand people, huh?
How have I insulted everyone I've run into?
You have just insulted Knarh. You, moments before, insulted me. And you insult
Oh yes,
Marlowe,
I am
but
going
it
to
just
continue
kind
to insult you.
it just rolls off his back.
Wait, I was insulted.
Yeah, exactly. You're very hard to insult. Gruul tries his best.
And how did I insult Nara just now? I certainly try to quench her anger and
Gruul,
her
you
very
seem to
reasonable
have-
fear.
You seem to have this idea that your opinions are more valid than others just because you can keep talking about them and repeating the same point. We have a job to do. How about we get on moving?
No, Telry. I'm sorry. What part of me voicing my opinions and attempting to get somebody to understand them is me thinking that they're more important than another person's? I have at no point stated that her fears are unwarranted. I have no point stated that her past does not perfectly inform her actions and that it is understandable. I am simply trying to let her know that there is a difference between what she has seen in her past and what we are facing now. I understand you're angry at me because I'm angry with you. But
I'm
please,
not angry.
I'm
stating a fact. You believe yourself able to change her mind. When we get there, we'll see. But let's get there. You're the ranger. Where are we going?
I will rely on expertise here.
So, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Distantly, but yeah.
That's because I'm under my desk because my stomach's hurting. So.
Did you poop?
Yeah, it's like my back and my stomach are all messed up. This helps because it's comfortable. Also,
Good.
my chair's broken and it sucks.
Oh no.
Oh God.
So yeah, as long as you can hear me.
Oh wait, does that mean there's going to be a new chair stream?
Yes. All right. Anyway.
Happening currently.
Shut up. What are you guys doing?
Heading north.
Heading north.
Guess we're going to try and meet up with the Barrow King, I guess, still.
Okay, so I need to know what your actual strategy is, because depending on that is what directions that you're going to take when you get there. So are you just going to talk to him? Attack him? What's the plan?
Talk to him.
Goal is to talk to him.
We're diplomats from the History Channel.
Okay. I mean, he's not wrong, but he's out of line.
That's as far as our plan goes currently.
All right, here we go. Oh, my leg.
Oh no, he's dying.
I'm getting up. Sorry.
He's dying on stream actively in this moment.
I'm dying actively.
Right now.
I have risen.
Get it? No, Knarh, he's a zombie. He's an undead.
All right, I'm shooting God.
Shoot him. Yes.
Roll that 20. Do it now.
But no, magic missile can't miss.
Can't miss God. He's everywhere.
All right, let's do this.
Break a stick. Haha, did that hurt?
Do you feel when the wind brushes across your leg?
And that was a cool scene. I felt like everybody was popping off that time. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I lost my shit.
You lost your shit?
I was like, fucking...
Like in a good way, or like in
a good way? Yeah, in a good way, but also like, this dude's gonna fucking kill me.
I was ready.
He got close to me. I was like, "Fuck, he's dead."
Dude, he's dead.
He's dead.
I don't want to see another gold or anything.
He ain't no god. He's the patron.
Don't care. Close enough.
The rations, got the smokes, got the purging pot, got the silver salt, got the shard of oblivion, got the lacchio, got the darts. All right, we're good.
Go through my checklist of bad ideas.
All right, we're gonna douse the shard of oblivion, some silver salt, and we're about to boof that thing. All right, let's go.
Oh boy, that's a plan.
I don't think I like that plan.
Hey, I can influence these, right?
Yeah, I'm rolling them with that influence already.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome.
God, what have you ever done for the party, Telry?
Right?
Meanwhile, disaster averted.
He's attacked us a few times.
There's just a poison cloud that sweeps 10 feet away from us instead of right over us. Yes.
All right, you guys happen upon a grove of fruit-bearing trees in the swamp.
Thank goodness.
You guys are able to acquire 10 rations.
Each, or total.
How many days of travel from the Gambler to here?
So far, 3 days.
Okay. And
Ooh,
10
I don't-
days of ration apiece? Or total?
Now, you've got probably another 2 weeks before you reach the court of the Barrow King, and another week before you're in his lands.
Cool. So I have no rations.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to start hunting. Well, we got rations for 2 more days at least, because we got 10 rations, so we got 2 more days. Just now. Are we gonna have to take a break and start hunting? I can search around, try and find some big, larger beasts, something that's got a bit more meat on it with primeval conscience.
Well, you guys paid your guide, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we tipped him an extra 100 gold.
Yeah. You guys have rations.
Oh, he's got him. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's got them.
Oh,
He's
okay,
got him.
okay.
He's got him on his boat.
All
Tour
right,
guide.
Well, technically speaking, he's a caravan master, so he's gonna have supplies. But
Then we have like 400 extra. So
He's better than Shap. Damn.
Chap had plenty of food. What are you going on about?
yeah, we should have like 510 rations apiece.
Jesus, fuck.
Oh no.
Even with my influence, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, you know.
Telry, what did you do? Man,
Alright.
I wanted a battle rap.
Alrighty. I need everybody to make me Constitution saving throws versus a swarm of mosquitoes.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
no.
I am small. I am small. I am small.
Is this a disease roll or just a normal roll?
This would be against disease.
Alright, so I
I'm
have
very
advantage.
small. The mosquitoes won't notice me.
Oh god, a
I
13.
still rolled crap.
They're in my armor.
No, Crow.
You're
Oh,
inside.
that is a 15. That shouldn't have been at advantage. It's a 10.
Quickly, everyone burn something. The smoke
Alrighty.
will get him go away.
Burn them coffee grounds.
Alrighty. DC was 10, so you guys made it.
No, thank God.
Nice.
They did not get in my armor.
Okay.
No, you got plenty of bites on you, just no bad bites.
Jeez.
No,
Huh?
again, not again.
This swamp is terrible. I hate this place.
You're in a boat. You should be happy right now.
I am in a boat. Transportation is nice. I am feeling very good. Not.
I'm in a
you know,
boat.
I'm in a boat.
Like a boss.
Man,
In a vehicle. I am happy.
I'm happier than I would be in the mud.
Alrighty. Along the way, some inclement weather hits. A heavy rain floods the remainder of the swamp, making it difficult to see through the mist and falling water. And as such, your tour guide is going to have to roll versus being lost.
Ooh.
It's a lot of increment.
I wave my hand like a Jedi.
Can I assist him in this role since I'm trained in survival?
You can aid him, yeah?
Yep, I'll aid him.
Nice.
Thankfully, Gorgaforka is a fine guide and practitioner of the boated arts. Also, Abigail's very cute and pulls you guys through the swamp.
That's why you're a navigator, Korka.
Yeah, he lives here. He's better at it. Wait, there's no snow here. What am I supposed to do?
I'm not self-conscious. You're self-conscious.
You trying to like make me jealous or something? It's fine. You paid for it.
What the fuck, dude? Alright.
Are you though? Are you jealous though?
What?
Are you jealous though?
No. Hey,
Alright,
He's a
you are
local
now
guide.
officially in the Barrow King's lands. So, that means that any rolls that I make from now on will include risen rolls. Or at least more risen rolls than normal. You guys get what I mean?
yeah.
Alright, here we go. And to be clear, since you're coming to speak with him, as diplomats, you're not trying to hide your presence.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's like, ooh, oh, ooh, oh.
I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, good and bad.
Hmm.
We were shot with money.
Crazy.
It still hurts really bad, but now you got money.
Boat just mysteriously fills with gold.
It is now 500 pounds.
Oh.
I'm overweight.
I'm obese.
Gold piece.
Mr. Gold.
All right, and it's at this point that you can see the ruined castles of the actual inner grounds of the Barrow King rising up out of the swamp in front of you. These ancient stones are covered in moss and other growths and rise up like a skeletal hand out of the foul lands. As you approach the main road, or at least what remains of the main road, three banners approach you, attached to knights being led by ancient warriors that walk alongside them. The contingent of about 30 strong approaches the party. And as they...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to leave the church crossbow in the boat.
Okay. The contingent of these soldiers approach the party. One of them steps out into the front, gets off of his horse, and approaches with his face smiling and his hand outstretched, prepared to greet you to the court of the Barrow King. And that is a good place to call it right there.
Yeah. We did it, boys.
Man.
We're here.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How many days did it take to get here from the finding of the rations?
Day 3 since rations, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, total of 9 days have passed.
Oh, wow, yeah, we zoomed through that. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
We got a gator boat.
Yeah,
Gator boat.
A gator boat.
Gator
I
boat
paid the
helps.
dude like 400 fucking gold. It better get here quickly.
It's very.
Oh, Abigail, time to do some of those lines of coke. We get there real quick.
Oh, we're on the run now. We gotta go fast.
Zooming. Ah, good. I'm hungry. I think I smell food.
Okay. We have one piece of fan art.
Who do we now?
Let's see it. Ooh.
Oh my god, it's high Telry.
Hi, Telry.
Bro,
No,
what?
officer. It's hi. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Hey,
how's my exposure, officer?
oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna need you to breathe into the exposure breather, please.
I need you to bro.
Nice.
Amazing.
I'm not a prostate man.
Okay.
Oh.
Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks
gonna
for all
ignore
the thanks for all the subs. Penpra, thanks for the sub. Dome Mr. Romo, thanks for the 37 months. Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
You've been here a while.
IMainOP, thanks for the 16 months. Yeah, thank you guys so
Look
much
who
for all
died.
the support. It means a lot to me. In fact, your support has put us at 510 subarinos. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Alrighty. I'll see you guys next time.
Later,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.